go straight from one country to play a tournament to another country to play a tournament. Let's see if Wylde can do it better. Blue rush, nobody playing elbow, is reinforced. The thing is, now you can rotate Maverick over, get the jammer, open up the wall, and the round kind of opens up as long as meeting hedge is covered. Unless you start falling apart. Or you can nade over the wall, kill the jammer breach, or you can just push the damn hallway, boys. Push, 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 and dead. No one can find the round on basement attack here. Damn, they were in a great position here, Wylde, to just take the side. I don't think they had any info, so they didn't know. We basically have an academy league. It's called Nationals in Europe. Oh my god, if Aces finds Bosco here, he also injured Folds. This is winnable. You swing left, you swing right. It's free. He has no nades. You plant here. You plant here, you get the 1v2. Right now, plant. This is a good trade. 1v2 with a revive is really valuable because of the HP being low. Once you get the bomb down, you just gotta hold 1 or 2 angles. You can go back to pillar hallway, and you're in a great position here. You do not go hatch. You do not go hatch. One guy's gonna come freeze, one guy's gonna go laundry. You get one of them for free, then you get 1v1. And he has a drone in the hallway as well to call for him. Like, this is the right play. He has to catch... Ideally, you would have to catch Oryx there on the vault over. You see, now he's kind of in a worse position. Worse for wear. He also didn't open up the soft wall here, so... He doesn't have any angles. 1v1. You can play passive, wait for the tap. There it is. Well played. Well done. I would almost argue that they keep a barrier and they let your door was kind of troll. Because then Gessler only had to worry about 1 angle. I don't know. They should have never won that round. 2v4, but everyone is so low on HP that Aces almost killed 3 people at 1 magazine with Blitz. And then the last 2 members are 1 HP themselves, so... On call with Gessler? Yeah, Gessler did exactly what I said. That's because it's the best play to do there. Gessler is just a good player, I guess. I don't know who the fuck he is. I've never seen this guy's name before. But he played the 1v2 exactly how I would. So I have to say he's a good player, right? I have to. The only thing is he played passive in the hallway when I feel like holding the freezer cutoff would have been a better play. But you also risk the pre-fire headshot, which is very valuable, right? Like you could have died to an Oryx pre-fire. They're in CL. Technically, they're gonna be in CL. Because they play GSA, right? National League. Mascot tried the first and second intro you showed me about a week ago and it worked great. Nice, T-Monk. Happy for ya. Just trying stuff out, even if it doesn't work, is good. Just like to experiment and see. That like, you won't know till you know. Now we slow down Wylde. We vibe. We got advantage. We still have Candelas. We still got smokes. The issue here is the Warden. If you can get a nade kill below on the Warden's location, because he has to be on the left-hand side, because Core has to cross, that could be a really good opening. He has 2 nades on Maverick, who is not on the big window, so... If we get the Warden off the board. There it is. Nade below, hot and cold, that's the Warden. Now we can smoke, ying and go. It's textbook, boys. It's textbook. Look. It is textbook. We can basically call these rounds. That's good gameplay. This is the European way. But like, Shroud is like the FPS player. It's like, I'm sure there's like Valorant pros that are better than Shroud, but Shroud also hasn't played for that long. Oh, here we go. But if you look at FPS games across the board, Shroud is the GOAT. This is actually a good smoke grenade. It covers like a good portion, and it still covers the door. Bomb goes down. Post plant is really bad here for Wylde, I will say. The post plant is not pretty. You can see diffuser from a study. So you kind of have to play aggressive here. But the top red guy, which is Corey, this right here, that holds down a really important part of it. It's a big round. So remember earlier when I said... Oh! That is clean! The first round of your attack, you get to set the pace of the rounds to come. Wylde has done just that. they have now set such a fast, aggressive pace that SSG have to worry about this every single round now. Just like the spawn pick to the C4. So mentally speaking, the mental warfare has been won by Wylde, for sure. Because they're controlling almost all of these rounds, even once they lose. Yeah, I think so too, Sue. I think these guys, they prep for like the general level, and then like they play the game. I don't think they go nitty gritty. They also don't strike me as like a strategical team in a sense. They strike me more of like an execute team, like playing together, rather than just being like, let's do strat 8 1.2, you know? And everyone's like, yes sir. It's more like they use the Jones and prep phase, attack a repick, make decision off it. They usually fish, like right now Corey's fishing, for example, while the other guys progress the building. It's not always Corey doing it, but aces can fish sometimes too, for example. Nitty gritty is not the way to go. Yeah, not anymore. I think it used to be, like way back. And I think it's the same for like APAC, like Damwon Kia. They don't have amazing strats. They don't have like ridiculous, you know, synergy on Clubhouse and how they breach the walls. But when they go in through a door together and they suit together, like, look at this. Jumps in white window, aces swings the white door, hot and cold at best gets traded out 1-1, but instead it's a 1-0. Then of course it falls apart after. Dexter finds 2 kills, like Ramby finds J as well. But the initial entry, like the synergy between jumping in this window and walking through that door, getting that guaranteed refrag is very good. Like, again, like they're like half a second next to each other. Always taking those fights together. And that's like very simple and very generic and very like low level of playing, but it's something that a lot of players fuck up. Unironically at a pro level, a lot like this is something that happens way too often. Yo, right? Kanyo and Gisela. I don't know. Another fast injury here in the basement of all things. Didn't I play him in GSA? Dude, we didn't play GSA. We were not playing GSA. Our minds were not even there. We just showed up, we fucking ran in with Blitz and we won, and we just went to bed. I was not mentally there. Oh, good trade again. Again, playing close together. Once again. Another good trade. You see, they're so close to each other on the entry. It's nuts. There's no space for SSG unless they get 3 kills back to back to back. So the trades are just so good. Because normally Wylde gets open and kill, and then they trade better. So they always get like a 2 or 3 minute advantage every single time. That's a huge win for Wylde. Pretty good. Wylde is wild, yep. Sounds better than saying Wylde is wild. Wylde winning isn't that crazy, because like SSG, like in today's era of Siege, is a pretty mid team. Like in the NAL, they're like bottom half. Internationally, they get grouped for, or they get grouped or they get quarterfinaled. They're not really qualifying for events these days. So again, like this isn't like a massive victory per se, but remember these guys are not even Challenger League. Okay, Corey was in Pro League, Aces was in Pro League, but these guys have been together for less than a year, and they play in National League in GSA. Probably made like barely any money in compared to SSG and stuff. So for them, and for like Europe versus NA discussion, so like people say Europe is a shit region and NA is like the best region. This is kind of like a big deal in that aspect, right? Like Gisela, Kanyo, and Jay have like never played a tournament like this and never played a team like SSG before.
So let's head over to our host to speak with our winners.
Welcome back to the main stage where I'm joined by Corey from Wylde. Congratulations, what an incredible performance. A great display of team synergy as well. You've got to be happy with that. Do you feel like the pressure is now slightly off now that you've started the competition with this kind of win?
I feel like we had no pressure at all. Like, we came in here as a tier 3 team, we take this as a present, we take this as a gift, we've been treated incredibly well, and there was never any pressure on us, so it was very easy and very nice to play.
معنا كوري من فريق وايلد بعد ما قدروا يفوزون الجيم الاول، وكان سؤالنا الاول له انه هل الفوز هذا وخر عنكم كل الضغط اللي ممكن يجيكم في المباراه بما انكم خلصتوا الجيم الاول بفوز كان جدا قوي صراحه؟ قال لا، اصلا من الاساس ما كان عندنا تحت ضغط، من اول ما جينا كل شيء كان تمام وكل شيء كان مريح بالنسبه لنا، ولا في اي شيء ممكن يسبب علينا ضغط، فالضغط من الاساس ما كان موجود.
I mean, the fact that you mentioned that expectations were kind of like out the window, there was no pressure. Did that allow you to play the game that you wanted to play? And also, I have to say, Kaneo's 1v4 throughout map 1, did that kind of give you guys that extra boost of confidence to just go on the attack?
From Wylde. Problem is, though, they've got to deal with resistance from up on top still, as they did not clear out Palu or any other members of Team Liquid from above.
Palu waited just a little bit too long there for that nade. He eventually gets the kill onto Corey, but the damage has been done. The plant has gone down. Jay and Kaneo scurrying themselves outside. Only Kaneo left. Does have the SMG-12 in hand. It's not the greatest weapon in terms of recoil, but he picks himself up too. 2 versus 1. Now he keep on coming. Stop feeding him, Liquid. Reason, can you get the job done? No, what has just happened?
It's the stand-in as well, clutching it out huge.
100%. Like all the attacks, we took the risks. We were very, very confident in our own gameplay, and we were very confident we will win it. And then Kaneo pulls off this amazing 1v4. Like, that's incredible. I've played so many tournaments that I've never seen a clutch like that, especially from a sub. That's one thing you have to mention. He's our sub. So, crazy.
زي ما احنا عارفين في الماب الاول قدر احد اللاعبين من فريق وايلد انه يخلص احد الراوندات بنتيجه 1-4 كانت هي 1-4 لكن قدر يسوي كلتش لحاله. فكان السؤال هو يعني هل الكلتش اللي هو سواه هذا قدر يوخر عنكم شوي من البريشر؟ لكن كان الجواب انه بالعكس. يعني الكلتش اللي احنا شفناه اصلا هذا مع كل ما البطولات اللي لعبتها معاه ما قد شفت كلتش زيه، وكان كلتش فعلا رهيب واعطانا بوست للكونفدنس، والثقه العاليه اللي موجوده عندهم زادت بزياده وقدروا يخلصون الجيم بالطريقه اللي احنا شفناها.
Okay, Corey, let's look ahead, okay? Currently the B stream is playing and we've got Damwon Kia going up against SSG. Have you got any preference who you go up against, potentially, and why?
Not necessarily. Like, we're confident we can beat anyone. I think SSG, especially with a trial and with the current situation they're in, are a bit weaker than Damwon. So I think going against SSG would be nicer, but I'm very confident Damwon will take it.
زي ما احنا عارفين في الستريم الثاني معنا في البطولة في مباراة داموان كيا، وزيادة على كذا ضدهم فريق سبيس ستيشن جيمنج. فكان السؤال مين الفريق اللي تفضل انك بتواجهونه، خصوصا انهم الان بتخلص مباراتهم في البث الثانوي. لكن كان الجواب انه احنا نشوف انه فريق سبيس ستيشن جيمنج ادائهم كان نازل شوي عن اللي احنا شفناه بالعادة، لكن بنفس الوقت احنا نتمنى ان نواجههم، بس ما عندنا مشكلة لو واجهنا فريق داموان جيمنج بدون اي مشكلة.
Corey, thank you so much for joining us on stage for your post-match interview. You guys played incredibly well. Go have a rest before your next matchup. And everyone in the Gamers8 arena, please give it up one more time for Wylde.